Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Amy's Scents and Songs. I am very happy to be spending a few minutes with you here today. Today is Tuesday, March 9th, 2021, and I am in my third month of retirement. And let me tell you, this has a lot to recommend it. I am a fan. Honestly, they could double my salary and I would not go back. And I'm shocked that I feel like that because I loved my job. I was very happy. But I am extremely happy to be home and not traveling. And I have time to spend with my husband and our pets and walking in the countryside and enjoying life. So as you approach retirement, don't be afraid. Also, the hospital where I sing is starting to open up again to such activities. So I am waiting to get my COVID shot, and then I'll be able to go back there, and I am greatly looking forward to that. So much to be grateful for. I come today with empties, and I have a few, so I will jump right in. First of all, if you can believe it, I finished 4 candles. So let me talk, these are 3 homeworks and 1 village candle. So the homework set, this was a trio that I believe came together, and I got them last winter on the QVC website in the As Is function. I hope I'm centering this right. I'm filming in a different spot. This first one is something I want to have in my life forever. It's white birch from Homeworks, and the scent notes are white birch, fir balsam, and crisp winter air. So to me, this is like walking in a winter forest when there's no leaves and you smell that birch wood, the bark, so gorgeous. And the winter air, it's almost that kind of icy, a little bit ozonic, refreshing note that you get in the winter. So I love this. This actually did quite well. Not too much soot, a little bit at the end. I mean, there's some soot in there this is more from when I had the lighter inside the vessel. But on the whole, it was a little bit sooty, but not bad, and it did self-extinguish. So unusual for me to burn a whole candle down like that, but I love this so much, and I got a great throw from it, probably a 7, and it traveled from this room into the rest of the house. So I enjoyed this, and it did quite well. I will always repurchase that. The next one, also Homeworks, was Frosted Holly. This one, unfortunately, I was disappointed in. The notes are great. Iced Fraser fir, frosted holly berries, cool peppermint, and winter wood. So you would think that would be beautiful. It's kind of like 'Tis the Season from Bath & Body Works, but this was really unscented. So I started out burning it. I let it get down about halfway. Absolutely nothing. You know, I didn't smell anything. And so I put it under the candle lamp, and it was like a very watered down, kind of sweet, lightly fir, lightly berry, tiny bit of mint. Like I said, kind of like 'Tis the Season, but so weak. So I would, about a 2 of throw under the candle lamp. So yeah, disappointed in this one. Would have been a nice scent if there had been more fragrance loading. And lastly, this was beautiful. Season's Greetings, again from Homeworks. And this one is juniper sprig, winter mint, red currant, and balsam. And this was gorgeous. So very fir tree, lightly minty, a little bit sweet from the currant. I love this. And this one I burned about halfway, and then I put under the lamp. But I did get a good throw. I would say about a 6 to a 7 under the burning, and then under the lamp it was more like an 8 or a 9, and it traveled into the rest of the house. So I was quite pleased with this. It was not overly sooty when it was burning. Very nice. So that's Season's Greetings, and I would buy that one again. Now this little guy, this is from Village Candle, and it's called, they had what they call a barn sale, so I did buy a few things. I'm really not familiar with Village Candle. This is called Glacial Spring. Well, it was glacially unscented. Now, it did not soot. It self-extinguished. This thing was clean. I mean, look at the sides. This was very, very clean, but also very, very unscented. So I was disappointed. This was kind of a minty, airy, ozonic intent, but I didn't get any throw, like one. So disappointing. And I do have a couple of other candles that I got at that same sale. So fingers crossed that they will do better. Perhaps this was a light oil to begin with. Nice and clean, no scent. Moving into wax melts. So I have been working on the, from Rose Girls, the Mario Christmas Sampler. And this came, as was a gift from my dear friend, Michelle Fia, at Christmas time. And I thank you so much, Michelle. She and I have gotten ourselves into a lot of mischief over the years. And this was a very kind Christmas present. The scents on cold have all been excellent. I've had some variability in throw from these melts. And I'll just talk through this. And some of them have been outstanding, like the one that is melting today. So first of all, we had Have Yourself a Merry Mario Christmas. This was peppermint mocha cookies and Dunk My Donut. So this, to me, just my taste, the peppermint mocha, chocolate peppermint, and then cinnamon together. I didn't prefer those together, just for my liking. This started out really strong and then it faded. So this one I didn't have as great of success with from the group. Next up was Go Tell It on DK's Mountain. And this was Pine, Sweater Weather, Vanilla Bean Noel. So wow, I got an 8 to a 9 throw for the first 2 hours and multiple warmers. And then the pine kind of disappeared and the sweater weather then lasted a long time. So this was fresh. I really liked the scent very much. And I enjoyed that one. That's DK's Mountain. Then up on the castle top was the next one. This was Berry Creme Brulee and Rice Krispie Treats. Really, I enjoyed this one quite a bit. That creme brulee was beautiful, nice creamy berry note, and then the Rice Krispie Treats gave that good crunchy bakery sweetness in the background. So this one at Yankee Centerpiece, I had 8 to 9 throw out of 10 for 6 hours. And in a Scentsy Element Warmer, that was only a 10 watt. It's a throw of 6 for 4 hours. And then when this one was gone, it was gone. But this one did better, 8 to 9 for 6 hours. That's great. You know, it's a very good strength and throw. We had Princess, It's Cold Outside, and this was blueberry pumpkin pancakes and brown sugar. And this one, I had a medium throw from both the Yankee Centerpiece and the Scentsy Elements. Lasted for 4 hours and then the scent was gone. But, you know, 4 hours and it was a very pleasant scent. This one was one of my favorites, Star of Wonder, Star of Night. And it was Serendipity and Strawberry Euphoria. So strongest on the cherry note. For the first hour, this was blow you out of your house. It was 11 out of 10. It really stopped in the tea lights after that. But then I had about an 8 out of 10 throw in the Yankee Centerpiece for 8 hours. So this had great strength and throw, and I greatly enjoyed the fruitiness and particularly that cherry note. And this has been the best of the bunch, and this is going today. So Snow Kingdom. Now, I love my minty scents, and Rose Girls Peppermint is among the best out there. So this is Candy Canes Peppermint, Vanilla Bean Noel, Vanilla Ice Cream, and Musk. This has been going for 20 hours, still strong. It was initially, I would say, a 9 out of 10. Now it's more like a 7 to 8 out of 10, 20 hours later. So beautiful longevity, beautiful strength and throw. And herb, spearmint, and peppermint are really second to none. So that was Snow Kingdom from Rose Girls. I have quite a few from Britta's, and I will talk quickly through these. I want to do a focused video on Britta's, but I am waiting for my zombie head. I ordered that big zombie head that she puts out. I think it's 20-some ounces. Looking forward to that. So I will go brisk. These were great. I had great strength and throw from most of them, and I liked many of the scents greatly. First, we had Death Drop. This was strawberry, zucchini bread, and marshmallow bomb. And this was great. I love zucchini bread, and the marshmallow made it very creamy. I had good strength and throw, and that one lasted for about 6 hours in the Yankee Centerpiece. So, you know, not the longest longevity, but it was strong and more than adequate. This one was a sample. I love this. Blackberry, Maraschino, Cherry, and Champagne Toast. And this was a great fruity blend, strongest on the cherry, and it lasted a long time in a Yankee Centerpiece. That one, I believe, lasted about 10 hours. This is Ski Weekend, which is flannel sheets, icy peppermint, and sweater weather. Now, I don't always prefer flannel sheets and sweater weather, but with the peppermint, this was great. And I don't always like that cottony kind of chlorine-y note you get with those two sweater weather or flannel sheets, but the peppermint removed that kind of chlorine note to my nose that I don't care for. Lasted for 8 hours in a Scentsy Element Warmer. I really liked that one. That did well in a lower wattage warmer. Here we have Deadly Potion. This was sugar cookie royale, sugar cookie dough, and fire roasted marshmallow. So a nice like cookies around the campfire kind of scent. My husband said this smelled like buttered popcorn. I didn't get that. To me, this was cookies around the campfire. Medium throw, I had 6 hours in both a Yankee centerpiece and a Scentsy Element Warmer. So again, typically with Britta's, I don't get days and days of longevity, but 6 to 8 hours of, medium to medium high throw. Let's talk about, Britta very kindly gave me an extra web in my last order. It was a spider web, and it was strawberry, long lasting. I had 12 hours medium high throw and a Yankee centerpiece. So thank you, Britta. That was a treat. Beware the purple peanut butter. Now this one I didn't have as great success with. Peanut butter cookies, grape jelly, and sweet bakery dough. So it was a pleasant enough bakery scent. I did not get the grape jelly at all. So it kind of reminded me of Bath & Body Works peanut butter and jelly, which also, you can like it for what it is, but it doesn't smell like peanut butter and jelly, and don't get the jelly. Medium throw, no grape, a little bit of a muddy bakery scent. And not that long lasting. So that one to me was not as successful as some of the others. This was beautiful. This is Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes. So this was grass. So I'm going to be happy because that grassy note. Grass, watermelon, honeydew, and strawberry, raspberry, guava. Such a nice fruity blend. And with that green note, I loved this. This was 8 hours, medium high throw in a tea light. I actually broke that in two and had it in 2 tea lights. Loved it. This is another one I liked a lot. Cuddle Me Goodnight. So this is pink sugar, blue sugar blend. Pink sugar, blue sugar, lavender, sugar cookie royale, and yellow cake. So very like a bedtime blend. Strong in 2 tea lights, medium high for 8 hours. Beautiful sleepy blend. And very nice job of blending the pink and the blue sugars. And finally, this was a souffle that I will buy for the rest of my life if Britta will sell it. This is the Exorcist. So you have patchouli, Palo Santo, and vanilla bean marshmallow. Oh my goodness. So such a beautiful, earthy, slightly sweet from the Palo Santo, the wood. The patchouli, you don't get patchouli per se, but you have that lovely earthiness. And then the vanilla bean marshmallow gives it a bit of sweetness and creaminess. This is gorgeous. So I had medium high throw, and this lasted a long time, like 10 to 12 hours in Yankee centerpieces. Gorgeous. So my favorites of these were the Exorcist, Cuddle Me Goodnight, and Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes from the Britta collection. A couple more here, and then I have Scentsy to share. First of all, from Homeworks Melts, so they have the small square wax melts. This is the same white birch that we talked about earlier from the candle. So white birch, fir balsam, crisp winter air. This was about a year old. I got it a year ago on QVC. Beautiful. Great longevity. Lasted, I would say, 18 hours. I left it in a long time. Yankee centerpiece, and probably a 7 to an 8 throw. So I don't see these being offered anymore, which is a shame because I really enjoy those wax melts from Homeworks. From Hayden Rowe, I had The Last of a Loaf, which was candy cane cupcakes, and this was really nice. Medium to medium high throw and multiple warmers. I like this a lot. It's a beautiful sweet peppermint. I can't say I really get the cupcake, but the mint is beautiful. And it lasted about 4 hours, so not a huge longevity, but beautiful, and I would get that again. Candy cane cupcakes from Hayden Rowe. From Rainbow Melts, oh, this was beautiful. I will have to get this again. Silent Night. So this is sugar plum berries and flannel sheets. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm not always a big fan of flannel sheets because that kind of cottony note sometimes has a little chlorine sense to me. But in this case, it went so nicely with the sugar plum berries. This lasted forever in a Yankee centerpiece, 2 full days and nights. And I loved it. I would definitely get that again. Silent Night from Rainbow Melts. The rest of what I have to share is Scentsy and Goose Creek. I have one Goose Creek. Let me do that one, and then we'll jump into Scentsy. Goose Creek. So I have long complained about Goose Creek, to be honest. I thought it always had a crayony background scent. Well, let me say I was wrong, because this, Frozen in Time, oh, this is so beautiful. Citrus and frozen snowdrops. So frozen snowdrops is described as jasmine, greens, floral note, and patchouli. So you have a kind of citrusy, earthy from the patchouli, lightly floral, and then slightly minty, and it has the green note as well. So it's like a fresh note coming out of winter into spring. I loved this. It's called Frozen in Time. And I ended up, oh, it smells so beautiful. So I went back on the website and bought 3 more of these because it is just absolutely beautiful. So I have to eat my words. This does not smell crayony or plasticky at all. It's just lovely. So, you know, live and learn. I really like that, Frozen in Time. The rest of this is Scentsy. So if you are not a Scentsy enthusiast, I thank you for listening this far. And for those of you who do want to hear about Scentsy, I finished 5 clams, and I worked on a number of others. So I'm just going to tell you about the ones that I finished, and then I'll just show you these bricks because they're just so cool. So first we have Red Parent Pomegranate. I love this. This was Scent of the Month a few months ago. Maybe it was just 1 month ago, now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway, this is pomegranate, rhubarb, and red pear. And this is gorgeous. Not overly sweet. You very much get that juicy red pear. Slightly tart from the pomegranate. And the rhubarb, I can't say I get per se, but it adds, you know, that kind of almost a little bit of a bite from the rhubarb. I love this. Long-lasting. Really enjoyed it. Red Parent Pomegranate. Next up is the always loved apple butter frosting. This is probably the 3rd clam of this I've gone through. This is just what it says, apple butter and like a vanilla buttercream frosting. So beautiful, very comforting. And if there's something I'm melting that's fading or I don't care so much for, I just pop some of this in a nearby warmer and it saves the day. So apple butter frosting. Churro Churro. I had not melted this before, and I went through a bar of this. This was a gift from my friend Rebecca, and thank you so much, Rebecca. I love this. So to me, this smells like, you know, when you go to Taco Bell and they have the little fried treats that you can get at the end of the meal, that's cinnamon sugar and kind of a dough. That's exactly what this smells like, and it's just delicious. So I enjoyed this very much. It definitely has that fried note in the background. It's delicious. I like that one. My beloved apple s'mores, which, you know, to me is wrongfully named. This should be called Marshmallow Apple Cider, and is a cousin of cedar cider. So this is probably the 4th clam of this I've gone through. I love this. Medium-high throw, multiple warmers, lasts forever. I will be a fan of that always, and I may have stocked up on that during this clearance. Similarly, Peppermint Dreams. I like this a lot. Peppermint Dreams is like a cool peppermint, and then just a cakey kind of a chocolate and a light note of that. So Patricia Gates describes it as if you think of the chocolate Pop-Tart, the cookie part of that is chocolate, but it's not like a strong, rich chocolate. It's more of a cakey chocolate. So you just get that note and then that cool, crisp peppermint. This is gorgeous. And again, I may have bought a few of these during the clearance period. And then I just have to share these bricks. So I have been working on Walnut Raisin Muffin and Marshmallow Mint Cocoa. I got these during clearance. Yes, I did. And they may not be the only bricks I got during clearance. So, yeah, mine it's messy the way I cut it, but you see I am making progress. This is such a beautiful scent. So you have that cloud-like marshmallow mint, which is just so airy and dreamy. And this one has like a very fine, almost like a Belgian chocolate, just the lightest bit, like a shell. So, and then that creamy, dreamy mint. Oh my goodness, this is heaven on earth. I love that. And then also my beloved Walnut Raisin Muffin. And I made a bit of a mess here. So you see how poorly I cut that, but I'm learning. Okay, but I love this. So you really get the juicy raisin. You have to love raisin to enjoy this. And then it has cinnamon and clove. And then the nutty walnut note is there, and just a bit of the bakery. I adore this. And yes, I do have several bricks of that. So that is it. It was a great week. I hope everyone is doing well. Spring is here in Southwest Ohio. The birds are singing, and it's just a wonder to come out of all that ice and snow. Much as I love snow, I'm really enjoying spring this year. So thank you so much for watching. Please hug your families. Take care. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And until then, bye for now.